Jim Riley, president.
Ken Wallow, vice president.
Organization started in '06, and in '09 I got involved.
I've been a member for about 3 years and vice president for about 2.
Ivanhoe Artists Mosaic is a nonprofit based here in Paterson. It's to further arts.
Yeah, I think a phrase that's been used before is arts incubator. We try and take local artists and help them find their slot in their art. I think one of the big events that we have become known for is our open mics.
I'm standing in line, I gotta dodge feet left and right the whole time, man. I don't know whether to punch a toe ring or develop a foot fetish.
So I think that's one of the things we become known for. Also, Jim was responsible for bringing in a lot of band showcases.
Recently fixed the heater, and little things like coffee and other things add up as we do our best. So this is our way of starting off the season by raising a little money. Will is a tremendous local singer-songwriter who wandered in off the streets probably a year and a half or more ago, and walked in, borrowed a guitar, and just belted out a whole bunch of original songs. So you played most of the originals today?
Yeah, man. I remember too, because it was like so nice that day. It was kind of cold and chilly outside, but then I was sort of wanted while the door was open, and I walked by and I hear music coming out from the outside, and I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, what's this? There's music in this area? So I come inside and I see all these nice things. I'm just like, this is such a nice place to have a venue. And then I just kind of, I was like, people play, you can see what it's like. And I thought about it. I have a guitar. And this guy, Mike, was just sitting there. He was like, yeah, if you want to use my guitar, you can go ahead. And I was like, wow, what? It's so nice. And then Miyazaki here just gave me his guitar. Misaki, I'm sorry. He just gave me his guitar to use to play for you guys. So it's so nice in the world, they don't know. Still, I feel the same. Maybe when
kind of enjoyed the fire spinning band showcase we had. Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. We had fire spinning outside and bands running inside and some stuff outside. It was pretty incredible, actually. Enjoyed it.
I think one of my favorite memories was when we had the Ivanhoe open for rehearsal for the Now Theater to rehearse and practice the Piano Man, the piano lesson. And then all of us got to bring our talents together by putting together props and helping assemble the props up at the auditorium and watch the play go through. So it was kind of a great way to help a community group and also bring different artists in from different that we've encountered and integrating them into a final product.
What another stack up there like that?
Well, when you and Mama plan on going back?
Well, Mama say he's staying, but as soon as we sell the watermelons, I'm going back.
And that's what you need to do. And you need to do it quick. Coming in here disturbing the house. I'm surprised you don't wake Marita up.
I was fixing to get it now. Hey, Marie!
Girl,
Girl, this one ain't gonna make noise. You going up there, you go get it. It's been 3 years since I seen her. Go up there and tell her uncle here. She can go on back to bed.
I'm not waking that child up. Now, you in line to go on and sell them watermelons and go on back.
I see Bertie still driving stuff up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That's pretty good.
So, yeah.
Explain to me the court and eviction situation.
Jim, you start.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. It just
Well,
I don't know where to go with that.
a real quick synopsis would be the prior management didn't have a lease for the Ivanhoe wheelhouse where we did all of our events from, or most of our events from. And the city decided they wanted to see a lease, and we didn't have one. So basically they, through a slow process, evicted us. Unfortunately, they weren't very upfront about it. They could have just sat down with us and said, here's the deal, here's why we need you out. But instead they made us communicate through lawyers. And it became a big to-do. But the bottom line is, it's a city-owned building, and we were there at their good graces, even though we didn't have a lease. So, we lost the place that we, was really the cornerstone of what we did. The ability to give artists a place to come to share their wares.
And I think that we're going to try and unveil it again to Mr. Mayor Torres. The Honorable Mayor Torres at the Falls Festival. So we're going to get another shot at it.
In April 2015, a Superior Court judge ruled in favor of the mayor's office and ordered the organization and its members to vacate the premises by August 1st, 2015. In June, Mayor Torres was notified about his statue, but declined the invitation to receive it.
How did it feel personally?
It's tough to deal with. It's tough to deal with.
Felt very unappreciated. So we were doing so much for the community, and they didn't seem to want. They didn't even, like I said, they didn't want to know. They didn't communicate with us. So it was very hurt that your efforts didn't get recognized. I think that was the worst part of it.
See what I'm saying?
Why do you think it occurred, and what impact has it had on the arts community in Paterson?
I believe it's definitely had a negative impact on the arts community. It's a building that we were kept active for a long time, and now it's closed. Nobody's been in it. I don't know about as far as why.
Well, I think one of the most simple why is that the arts just aren't a priority for this administration. As Jim said, the building has been sitting empty for almost a year, and had we had an administration that wanted to work with us, as I said, we knew we didn't have a lease, but there's no reason we couldn't have worked to build one. And the city made no effort to do that. So that's the why. The city did not make a priority. As far as the impact, there's a lot of events coming up now that the weather is nicer that we would be doing that won't be there. We have other avenues to put stuff on, but they won't be happening in the middle of the historic district, a few hundred yards from the national park.
Well, we're still holding meetings and trying to move forward. It's it's just been very tough not having a location.
Yeah, I would say a good phrase would be that we're regrouping, but we definitely have the support of the Grassroots Arts Commission with Director Lewis Cole, and being that we are a 501c3, we are going to be pursuing grants to work and do stuff within the community. So we may be more of a grant-oriented organization than an event-oriented organization. Or our events maybe only occur when they have been funded by a grant, because rent and insurance, what we would have had to have at the Ivanhoe, you need money to do it. So, but we are optimistic.
How do you maintain being a rebel?
Jim, you can take that one first.
I have no idea how to answer that.
Keep fighting. Keep on.
Yeah, keep plugging along and try to put things together, and just hope something happens.
How do you maintain being a rebel with a cause? Well, I think the cause of Paterson is always there. That Jim grew up in Paterson, has a business in Paterson. I'm from Wayne, but I've fallen in love with Paterson. I'm a writer who's writing stories and hopefully a novel about Paterson. So I think the cause of Paterson is what maintains one's rebel nature, because you're always swimming upstream here. You have to be a rebel.
How anticlimactic. Ha ha ha!